Right, there we go. Breakfast sorted out. Perfect timing as well. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 Career Mode. So far, this series has actually been good fun. I've enjoyed making it. We've had a lot of random things going on. We've even had a random encounter, I think it was in episode 2. We've also had things like MOT, car tax. I've showed you the idea of how this series is going to go, where we're going to be paying tax at the end of the year. Well, it's January, it's going to be due. And that's going to take into account everything that we've spent and everything that we've kind of taken in. So any income against outcome, and then the profit we basically pay 20% on. Now I know that's not exact to the real world. Obviously you do it on expenses to actually, equate to like the business. But to simplify it, I've just said anything that's a profit. So if we make so much more, spend, even if it's just fuel or household bills or whatever, it's a profit basically on everything, income and outcome. And then 20% on that in January. And it's going to be good to do that because, it makes it a bit of a challenge. It's a new way of playing the game for me, and I'm enjoying it. I really am. And I'm big thank you to everyone that's watched so far and all the feedback I've got. I've had some really good ideas from everyone, and I'm trying my best to incorporate that in. Again, it just really depends on what's capable, what we can do with the mods and what I can do in editing and so on. But so far, I think it's really good. It's completely different, and it's just a nice change before hopefully we get some exciting news about the next version of Farming Simulator. Fingers crossed. So we are in October day 2. In the last episode we were doing the alfalfa field. We got that all mowed for Arthur. We're so close as well to level 2, like literally 20 XP off. I'm hoping by the end of this episode we can get to level 2 and then see if that gives us something else, something a bit exciting, maybe a bit more responsibility, so we can then open a savings account, earn a bit more money to, think about investing into our own place. That would be the goal, definitely. And I think if you were doing a career mode that, Giants had made within Farming Simulator, I think that would also be a path kind of like that they want to naturally push you a long way. You start off as a worker, end up as a farm manager on your own farm. So we're going to try and, work that out in this series. So yeah, Arthur wants me today at work at 8 a.m, which is great because I've had a little bit more of a lie-in. And we're going to finish off the alfalfa. That's what he did tell me at the end of the day in the last episode. So we'll have to check that out. Nothing's really changed with the finances, but we'll just go upstairs and have a look just so you can all remember where we're at and what we've paid out. I like to do that at the start of every episode and at the end, just so you guys can see, financially what's going on. I think it's important to kind of keep that aspect of the series because it's important, isn't it? The financial side. So let's have a quick look. Right, so I'm all logged into FS Banking. You can see that it's exact same money. We've got 8,628. A lot more going out than coming in, but still, we've technically made a profit in total of £1,128, I'd say. We started off with 7,500. We're up on that. I know we've had some refunds, and you can see the paydays are going in there. We're going to get another one of them in November. But we've had a lot of things that are going out randomly, and some of them are only going to happen once a year, like the car insurance, MOT, tax. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. I'm hoping the money will start changing soon. We'll see bigger incomes coming from leveling up and having more responsibility. Like I said, I also think it's a good idea as well that the prices of my monthly bills will change every year. So utilities usually goes up, your phone bill goes up, maybe the Wi-Fi can go up, food prices go up, everything goes up. We could have some kind of inflation in the game. I mean, I always thought that'd be super cool, having inflation and changeable prices. I know right now in the game, we do have things like, the price fluctuates from month to month, but it's always the same all year round. So, November year 1 is probably going to be around the same as November year 5, for example. But maybe we can have an inflation. So that's outgoings, but also incoming. So the price of things we earn, has an inflation value as well as the outgoing bills. So I'll try and incorporate that into the series as well as we go. But you can see we're still at 8,628. But let's get to Arthur. We're supposed to be there for 8. We've got plenty of time, 19 minutes to get there. Should be a straightforward job, really. We've got the hay to do. And we've already tedded it, so we just need to row it up and then, get it baled off. Now, the last time we did some baling as well, he did ask me to put it away. So I imagine that's going to be what we need to do. Got to finish the job. Can't just do half of it. I also saw in the last episode as well the comments I was getting about the lights on this caddy. and I fully agree. They are atrocious. It's a nice mod, in all fairness. Like, it is a nice caddy in the cab, in the cab. It is nice. It's just, yeah, the lights really need a bit of work. So I'm going to try my best to find some time to do that. I have been struggling for time recently. Definitely. Farmhands, I've done 2 long-hour episodes on the Farmhand, and they were, yeah, there was a lot of work that went into them behind the scenes. So I know I've been trying to spend a bit of time at the weekends as well with my family a little bit more, just pushing the episode back that you would normally release on a Monday for the Farmhand to the Tuesday, so Saturday and Tuesday. I'm trying to get that back to normal again soon, but yeah, just want to make sure I spend a bit of time with my little lad and Beanie, basically, because, you know, got to focus on real life and spend time with your family. It's important. But this week we're only going to be doing 1 career mode episode, so that's this one now, because I'm going to try and bring back the series with Beanie, the BS Survival. She's been very busy with work and some commitments that she had as well, so she hasn't been able to do it last week. So it's important we get it back, because I know a lot of people enjoy watching that. We do tend to chat about everything but Farming Simulator, and it's a nice change. It really is. Right, so let's go and check out what Arthur wants us to do. Yep, I definitely saw some equipment then. Yeah, there we go. Ah, so that must be the contractors that he said that were going to be here working today. Oh, we've also got, looks like a tanker coming out, so we best get out of the way quickly. Let's just pull over here and have a look what's going on. Don't want to be too nosy, but it's a nice change. See the farm so busy. So the milk must be, yeah, that must be the milk tanker collecting it. We'll get out of his way. Fair play. Ah, but look, he's out in the field mowing. Now, I don't want to miser him, because Arthur did say this is, you know, their job today. And I know he's got 3 grass fields, but he has technically got 2. 2 of them have got animals in, so I don't know if they're just going to be focusing on the one. But our focus is definitely going to be on the alfalfa, so let's go speak to Arthur. But it is really nice to see a farm being active like this. I mean, I would personally love to see this in Farming Simulator 25, even if it wasn't like a career mode and we still had the sandbox mode version. I mean, how cool would it be to see, you know, farmers working in the fields? So I think that kind of like immersion to it, where it's not just you alone and anything that you set up. It's really cool to see. So I'd love to have this in some form on FS25 if it's possible. But anyway, let's focus on our job. See what Arthur's got for us today. Scroft arrives at Arthur's farm early, ready to work. Arthur greets him at the door. Morning, Scroft. Ready for another day? Morning, Arthur. Yep, ready to go. Good. Today's job is to get the alfalfa hay baled up and stored away. We've also got contractors on the farm today. They'll be busy cutting all the grass fields, so make sure to stay out of their way. Got it. I'll get started on the baling. Thanks, Scroft. Let me know if you need anything. Will do, mate. Right, that's straightforward enough then. We know what we're doing. He told me to stay out the way of the contractors, which should be easily done because we're out on another side of the farm. But it looks like they might just be on that field, unless, yeah, the cows are out of the way. I don't know. But we're going to need to row it first, so we're going to go get the row, and yeah, we'll get that rowed up, and then we're going to bale it. Just trying to think, should we do square bales again? I did like the square bales. I think it was just easier to handle with that grab. So I think that might be the best option. Definitely. I mean, we could just have a quick check on the cows. I have checked the feed and everything seems to be alright in that. They've got plenty. They do need mucking out though. So that might be something we should think of doing soon. Right, that's a big row that is. That's going to make our life a lot easier. But let's unhitch from this. Oh, it's already unhitched. I've just noticed Arthur's bank account is flying up. That's got to be his milk being sold. No, I know he had quite a lot, to be honest. I think he had about 50,000 litres ready to sell. So, he's making some good money from them dairy cows. He really is. 42,000 he just made from that. But he did get a deduction of 544. Because he's not at the best at being environmentally friendly at the moment. So we're going to have to try and fix that for him now we're on the farm. At least just get it to neutral. I think that has to be one of our aims. Right, here we are. Let's get this sorted out then. So we did well in the last episode getting this done. It was a straightforward job, but it's a relatively easy in practice kind of style job. I imagine the career mode is probably going to be what the new gamer kind of goes to. So if someone brand new to the Farming Simulator kind of franchise, I think that they would probably start the career mode first if that was like an option in the game. And the way it's going to do is it's going to ease you in to it. It's weird how the texture of that is like that. You can actually see the alfalfa. But we've got this texture now. I don't know if that's because I'm playing with custom textures. It could be. I'm hoping that is actually alfalfa hay though. Or else we've made a proper mess up here. But at the end of the day, hay's hay. Still should be good enough to the cows. But yeah, I am using custom textures and it could be that that's messing it up. But this is a straightforward job. Not the biggest field in the world, and with this size row, well, it just breezes through it. It really does. But I have got a feeling that this is actually going to turn out to be like grass hay. Maybe because of I'm using Maize Plus and got my own custom textures. Maybe something's having a bit of a... Because even the rows are coming out a bit strange, aren't they? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this turns out. It looks like the tanker driver's on his way back, maybe to collect the second load. Usually them tankers hold about 30,000, so if there is the 50,000, then he can definitely take another load, which is great for Arthur and his bank account.
I don't know where I've been, I don't know where I'm going. Been holding on to the past, but this life keeps on moving. Don't you worry about me, I'm gonna leave this all behind tonight. And it may take a little time just for us to get it right. I could turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever make it out alive. I could turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever get out alive. I don't know where I've been, I don't know where I'm going. Been holding on to the past, but this life keeps on moving. If you're worried about me, no, I'll make it back home to you. Don't forget me when I'm gone, 'cause right now I just got to be free. I can turn back now and leave this all behind. don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I've been. I don't know where I'm going. Been holding on to the past, but this line keeps on moving. It keeps on moving. It keeps on moving. I can turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever make it out alive. I can turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever get out alive.
Well, that was a poor yield. Let's just say that. Definitely. But we did the best with what we were given. Can't be put onto us. It's so important, though, that we try and improve these fields. The amount of hay that came off that alfalfa field was pretty crazy. It really was. Now, it looks like the grass isn't doing too bad, though. Looks like there's a lot more of that. So hopefully they'll make quite a bit of silage. I know they're going to be putting it into that bunker, so yeah. At least they'll be alright for silage, but we're pretty short on hay. Now, the alfalfa did drop out, so thankfully it was just a texture. You can see the bales look pretty cool, the alfalfa bales. Have a close look at them. Not bad at all. Now, I did have to switch to the small size bales just because I thought, yeah, that there's not going to be that many if I don't. And even then, you know, we got a small amount, even for the small bales. There's not many at all. But, like I said, best we could do with what we got. Next time round, though, hopefully, you know, Arthur will give us a bit more responsibility to try and manage these for him. And we can get the yield up. Because he's making good money off the milk, so you wouldn't like to not make that money just because, you know, you haven't got the right feed for the cows. Should have plenty of silage. We've definitely got a lot of straw. It's just hay. I think hay's going to be the one where he might struggle. Because I don't think he's got any more coming in after this. So, yeah. Now, I didn't get the trailer because I think we could just take it into that shed. That's the shed there that I'm going to store the hay in. We're going to keep the straw in the other one. I know we've got a few straw bales kind of like knocking about in that shed from when we started. But we can get rid of them once first. But I think, yeah, we may as well separate them off. We've even got a few silage bales that are in the other shed, so at least we've got 3 kind of locations to store hay, straw and silage. There's one thing I do really like about this farm on this map by MS Modding. It has a lot of storage space, a lot, which always is a good thing. I mean, I do like as well with the grazing mod especially that the good size kind of like pastures for the animals. So the sheep have got a good size pasture. So far I haven't even had to worry about feeding them once. And I know technically, you know, we've not been given that kind of responsibility, but it's not something that we'd have to do too much of anyway, because the grazing mod is taking care of that. And the cows, you know, they do require like 22,000 litres a day, but yeah, the grazing mod's doing a good chunk of that. So they still need a TMR mix, but yeah, the grazing mod is helping with that. So I'm hoping this hay, yeah, will last out for quite some time. We have got some stacked up anyway over there. It's just, can this last out till next time we do a cut? And if not, Arthur's going to have to pay for some to be delivered, unfortunately. But we'll get these stacked away for him and then we are done. Not bad as well, 1 o'clock. I think this is the one big bale I did. This one here, so I should probably put that on the bottom. Yeah, much. You can see the size difference. It's a much smaller, aren't they? Still a good volume though. 5,000 litres in these. I think it's about 9 on the other, so you can see the difference, that 4,000 litres. Much prefer doing the bigger bales. At the same time though, if I've not got much coming off the field, I'll probably kind of adjust the size of the bale accordingly. it's nice to have a variation. That's one good thing as well about FS22. We had different in bale sizes. I know in FS19, I remember one of my favourite mods was a mod that we could change the capacity of the bales, but they still looked the same. There was never a difference in appearance. But now we can actually change the bale size with FS22, and we get a different volume with that as well. I still think that the physics of bales need adjusting. I think they should be heavier. The way they kind of slide off and move about sometimes it just doesn't seem the way it should be, in my opinion. But they definitely improved on some of the physics in FS19 because, oh god, farm sim physics was a thing, and it has been tragic at times. I'm so excited for FS25 though. I don't know nothing about it. Nobody does. From what I can tell, no one's heard a thing. I guess it's only the dev team and the people within Giant Software that probably know anything about the game so far. But I've seen, many content creators now doing a couple of videos here and there about what they want to see and trying to hype it up. But it feels like I don't know, it just feels a bit different. I know in FS19 we got news before FarmCon about FS22, and then we obviously got a lot more news at FarmCon, but I remember that it was I'm pretty certain of this, it was a closed event for FarmCon, so it wasn't open to the public because I think we were around some kind of COVID time still, and they did like an online version so everyone could watch the stream, and I really enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing, and it was good because we got to learn quite a lot about FS22 at the time, especially like the things they're developing, like the game sounds. I remember them doing like a whole section on the game sounds, and I was really impressed with that because I think that's the direction I wanted to go in my personal opinion. I want it to be more realistic. I want it to be a farming simulator. That's just the truth of it all. I don't want it to be a production simulator. There's plenty of games like that out on the market already, and productions is a nice thing. A lot of people enjoy it, I get that, but I still think we can't kind of move away from the principle of the game, which is farming. So I think we need an overhaul with animals because of that, and mainly just more in depth the way field work works. More interactions, pesticides, things like that could be cool. But god, I could talk about FS25 for a while, thinking about what I'd like to see. I did a video about it not long ago on my channel, and the title was that 2024 is going to be a good year. FarmCon and Farming Simulator 25, kind of like what I was hoping to see. Predictions. I still think, and more hopeful than anything, that this time round we're going to see a British map in the base game. I've just got a good feeling about it. I don't know why. I just think with Llama and they're kind of more focused on the UK as well. Now I just feel that this is the best time. This is our time to kind of get a UK farming map in the base game. I'd love to see them bring on board a modder to do that. Someone that's working on it now, and we don't have a clue about it. That'd be so good, so good. So fingers crossed for that. Because imagine that on launch, FS25, and then we find out there's a British map made by Giants. Well, maybe a modder that's working for Giants, or even Giants themselves. The hype for me personally would just rocket then, because we've never seen a British map in Farming Simulator that's been made by Giants. It's always been European and American. So we've had French maps, we've had German maps, we've had Eastern European maps, we've had the American maps, but we've never had a British map. And a lot of the fan base in Farming Simulator are British. There's a big core fan base that are British, so I'd love to see that. But I think this is probably not the video to go off on Farming Simulator 25, but I just want to talk about it. I want to say that I'm super hyped. I absolutely know nothing like everyone else. I'm looking forward to FarmCon. I am going to FarmCon in the start of July. I'm going to be making some videos. I don't know if I'll get a chance to edit them while I'm there. I'm hoping to. I'm going to take my laptop and I will try to get it out as soon as a bit of news. If I get any snippet here and there, just talking to people, even if it's just like a video with, someone that I see or whatever, I'll try and get it out as soon as possible. But if not, when I get back home after the kind of like 3 nights or the 2 nights that I'm there, the third day, I'll start editing and getting it out to you. But yeah, I'm super excited. I hope we hear something before FarmCon, so we all know that at FarmCon there's going to be even more. I'd love to see that sometime, maybe, the 25th of June, hence FS25. Maybe they announce some news about it, and then come start July, we've got FarmCon, we're going to see even more. That's my hope anyway. Fingers crossed. But anyway, less faffing, more farming. We did the job. Arthur should be happy. There isn't many bales. If you see, what do we get? We got 9 bales, but 1 big one. So not loads, but we did the job, and that's what he asked us to do. There's not. It's a big field and we could have got more, but there was no fertilizer on it. The state of the fields that they're in right now are obviously really poor. We did unlock precision farming, so we can start tackling that. We know we need to do lime, nitrogen, everything. And to improve the environmental score, we've got to work at things like direct seeding and stuff like that. But I think the focus has to be yield first, then the environmental score. And I'm hoping he gives us a chance of maybe trying out managing these fields ourselves. Field 27 is a good size field. That's his arable field. He's got a grass field here. There's nothing in 28. And then these are 2 grazing fields. And then we've got this one here, field 31, that we've just done the alfalfa in. It'd be nice if we can manage maybe all 3 of these fields here, and even the small one, and then leave the grazing ones. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's go see if we've earned any XP from that. I'm hoping we have. 3 o'clock, perfect time. We'll have a look as well to see what they've done. I think they've rode it up, so I think their next job is collecting it and putting it into the bunker. It's a shame we couldn't actually get out and do some silage, but yep, he hired in workers, and at least it saves us and we can focus on the hay. Scroft returns to Arthur's farm later in the day after finishing the job. He finds Arthur and approaches him. Arthur, the alfalfa hay is all baled up and stored away. Excellent work, Scroft. I'm impressed with how quickly and efficiently you got it done. Thank you. No problem, Arthur. Glad I could help out. Keep up the good work. Right, that's that then. You've completed the job and earned 20 XP. Brilliant news. Congratulations, you've reached level 2. New qualifications are available to enhance your farming skills and take on new challenges. Qualifications. That sounds interesting. I wonder if that means we can take on better jobs. Right, what is this? Course unlocked. Enroll now. So, Scroft level 2 qualifications on the left-hand side. That must be the ones that I've got, which is obviously none at the moment. But what have we unlocked here? Field Management level 1. Field Management level 1 qualification. In this course, you take on the role of a novice agricultural manager. Your responsibilities will include covering the cost of seeds and fertilizer and overseeing all the field work. The field owner provides the necessary equipment. At harvest time, you split the returns equally. The course takes 1 month to complete and costs £500. Ready to cultivate your farming career? Enroll now and start your journey to become a top-notch field manager. Right, well that's interesting. So we'd have to fork the cost ourselves for seeds and fertilizer. And we're at 8,000, so maybe we start off with a smaller field then, so we can cover the cost of that. And we have to do all the field work. And the field owner provides basically the field and the equipment. So that's a good side of it. Maybe that's why, it justifies splitting the returns, because we're forking everything and the hard work, but the field and the equipment is down to Arthur. So it costs £500 for me to roll on this, and then 1 month later I complete it. So we can't do anything until, November day 2, which is fine, because I doubt we're going to be doing anything before then. But £500 definitely want to enroll in that, because if we get a good harvest, we get 50% of what we make. And yes, we've put in the money for the seeds and fertilizer, but if we do it right and max out the yield, we could be doing really well with that. So I think what we're going to have to do, we're definitely going to have to enroll. So let's do that now. Right, so there we go. I've paid the £500. It's going to be interesting to see then in a month's time what we can actually do. We're going to have to speak to Arthur and see if we can get in one of these fields at least. We don't want to take too much on just because we've got, around £8,000 now? And fertiliser itself is expensive. We could probably get by with doing field 27 alone. I think we ask if we can manage that field for him. And we can decide everything. What we're going to plant in, how we're going to go about it, but we're going to have to buy the seeds and the fertiliser for it, and the herbicide and everything like that. So yeah, it's going to be a cost, but we don't have to worry about getting a sprayer or any of the equipment. We can use everything on Arthur's farm. It's just the consumables, let's say, that we need to fork in. I think Field 27 is our best way of making a good amount of money from that. If we, let's say we make 40,000 from it, that's £20,000 straight away for us. That's it's really important that we do that. I'm going to ask him if we can do Field 27. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can make some good money going forward. We'll speak to Arthur. In the next episode, we'll speak to him, so that'll be November, day 1. But, yeah, at least we got that done. Hey, oh. Is that the cows out? Bloody hell, what was that? Random event. You decide. After finishing the baling job and speaking with Arthur, Scroft prepares to leave for the day. As he walks towards the exit, he hears a commotion. Some cows have wandered out their pen, and at the same time, there's a loud and mysterious bang in the distance. Scroft faces a decision. Should he secure the cows or investigate the mysterious loud bang in the distance? So just like the last random event, you decide. Vote will be in the Discord, so link again is in the video description to that. Join the Discord. There's a channel for the vote. Option 1, secure the cows, or option 2, investigate the mysterious loud bang. So on that note, I am going to leave the video there. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me because that does help me out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.